In early spring 2021, three friends and I attempted the Arizona Backcountry Discovery Route. This 750-mile dirt route starts in southern Arizona at the Mexico border and then runs north through Arizona all the way to the Utah border. It's 9 sections long, and our goal was to complete it in just 4 days, even if we had to break a few rules in the process. This is our story. In order to complete the BDR in 4 days, it would mean we need to do about 200 miles a day, which is not easy when you're riding dirt. Our day 1 route was 206 miles long and had us heading south from Sierra Vista down to the Mexico border, skirting the border, and then running north up to the small community of San Manuel. It was sunny and 52 degrees as we packed our bikes getting ready for the day's ride. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Tell me all about it.
Ready to get started?
Here we go.
Usually I'm the last one to get ready, and it seems I'm the first to get ready this week.
I think he said, I'll tell you all about it. He wants to know the details about your first, second, and third PM this morning.
John packing heat or coming strap. Want to tell me about it? It is what it is.
Riding along the border and just trying to be safe.
You never know. I don't know if you can read that, but it says not legal. Welcome to the not legal Arizona BDR ride. We headed south out of Sierra Vista on pavement. A few pleasant miles of pretty riding through the desert, headed towards San Pedro Valley and the Coronado National Memorial. The Spanish conquistador Coronado came through here in around 1590 with 1,000 troops and people in his unit. And then we climbed into the San Pedro Valley, our first dirt of the day, and up to the top to Montezuma's Pass. Really, really fun and interesting riding, and it's a great start to the BDR. Montezuma Pass is a little more than 6,500 feet in elevation. The road up was easy, class 1 dirt. Very nice views. When you get to the top, you have good views both to the south and to the north. We spent a few minutes up here looking around, taking some pictures, and then we were on our way. All right, so this is the San Pedro Valley, and Coronado came through here. I don't know when. It said, according to this, setting out from Mexico in a gilded suit and helmet with crested plume, Coronado led a force of more than 1,000. Imagine the spectacle as they marched into this valley, nearly 340 Spanish soldiers and more than 700 Indian allies and slaves, burdened with livestock and supplies. That would be quite a sight, wouldn't it? After crossing over Montezuma Pass, we headed down a long Class 1 dirt road. Also provides good views looking to the north. It was interesting riding, it was fun, but then we got out on the desert floor, and that's where things took a turn. Now the riding got really interesting. It's still easy, still Class 1, little bit of Class 2 mixed in there, but overall pretty entertaining. At least it wasn't long, straight gravel roads. And then it deteriorated even more, as you can see here. These are not very well traveled. The route goes all the way down south and it hits at the Arizona-Mexico border. That's the border fence. You could easily climb over that thing. That ain't gonna stop nothing. And you can see the Border Patrol runs through here. Running this road, we had to take advantage of this cattle guard and exercise our motorcycle skills. Probably not legal, but who knows? There's no posted sign that says you can't jump your motorcycle over this cattle guard, so that's what we did. And then we continued on. The riding here it's wide open. You can see the mountains in the distance, but you're riding through the desert, but it's a rough road. It's Class 1, Class 2. Just really interesting and fun. Very enjoyable. I enjoyed this much more than I thought I was going to. We skirted the border wall for a few miles, and then eventually the track turned north, and we would head north for most of the rest of the day as we're heading up towards San Manuel. Few miles of that single track that you just saw, and then it improved to obviously more traveled. The ranches out here, you see people out here, coming on this area where closer to the border, there's obviously less traffic. This was Class 1. The nice thing about it was there was twists and turns and elevation changes. The scenery was pretty, so it kept our interest as we were out riding. In the hour or two that we rode through this area, I think we only passed one, maybe two vehicles. Just weren't a lot of people out here, and it was on the improved roads. Ran across one gate, not locked, so we just opened it, rode through it, and continued on our way. As always, leave the gate in the same position that you found it. So if it was closed when you got there, close it behind you. Ranchers get excited when you leave the gates open and their cattle get out. First guy to the gate opens it. Second guy to the gate goes through the gate, stops, and then closes it behind you. And that keeps the whole group moving. And the road would go anywhere from 2-track, like you see here, to improved gravel, back to 2-track. Just really interesting with twists, turns, and elevation changes. We took a short break to gas up and grab a snack in Sonoita. The 67 miles from Sierra Vista to Sonoita took about 2 hours, including our stops. But we couldn't linger because we had miles and miles of dirt still to ride. After leaving Sonoita, you ride through the historic Empire Ranch, which was a working cattle ranch in Pima County. The riding here was excellent. Man, it was a lot of fun. A lot of 2-track, as you can see here. Some more difficult sections. You could do it on a big bike, but some of the stuff would be challenging depending on your skill level. We're all on small bikes except for Mike, so we had a great time. Really enjoyed this section. After that, it was on pavement, and we're headed to Benson. 35 miles or so of pavement. That's a border control station. It is closed. Don't know why it's closed or how long it's been closed, but it was closed. So we goofed around, ran our 30 miles or so, taking shots. It's pretty out here, The pavement was boring, but we're headed to Benson. We're going to grab some lunch. We passed through a community or two on our way to Benson. What I found most interesting is the UTVs, ATVs, like you see here. They're all over the place, and people ride them on the road. So presumably they're street legal, or the cops are turning a blind eye to them. But it was interesting to see all those because you just don't see that in Texas. The loop there you can see in the map, that's where we went through the Empire Ranch, and then pavement east and then north for lunch in Benson. Lunch here in Benson is going to be at Adolfo's Taco Shop. Fast Mexican food. Tacos are good? All right. What's your name?
Karina.
Richard.
Nice to meet you.
You too. So there's 4 of us. Can you feed 4 of us?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Other than ground beef tacos, what do you recommend?
Well, there's burritos and then the combination plates. It depends on what you're looking for.
Steak.
The carne asada burrito is very popular. It has guacamole and pico, or the California one is carne asada, potato, pico, and cheese.
Oh, one of those is going to be for me.
One of those?
Hey, well, hold on. What do you think about the steak ranchero plate?
The steak ranchero? I haven't tried it personally. It's not very commonly sold.
All right, let me go with the California.
I'm guessing it's because of the time frame.
I'm going with the California.
California, okay.
And you have iced tea?
Yeah. It's unsweetened, but we have the sugar to your left.
I'll take that.
To your right.
I'll take that.
Okay.
All right. These 3 fellows are going to order. There's the California burrito in my hand as a reference. I got fries. I got a couple of tacos. What'd you get, Dave?
Carnitas.
Carnitas.
Carnitas tacos.
And tacos for Mike.
Those tacos for Mike.
After lunch, we headed north on dirt again on Class 1 gravel, headed up to San Manuel. This was a wide, well-traveled, easy gravel road. Pretty boring. I didn't enjoy it. One thing I did like, though, was the Seguro cactus. It's a veritable forest of them out there. Somebody donated some motorcycle tires to this cactus.
leader.
After a couple of hours of riding, we ended up in San Manuel at the Seven Sky. We are in San Manuel, Arizona. This is our humble abode for the evening. Not that there's a lot of choices in San Manuel, but here we are. And place is booked. There's 4 of us. We only had 3 rooms, and none of the rooms had 2 beds. So we were gonna double up in a king bed, but nobody wanted to double up in a king bed. Those were manly men, and so we ended up with David deciding to go over to the town of Oracle and find a room for the night. Here we are, lucky number 7. This is my quarters for the evening. Nothing fancy, but for $65, it ain't bad. Before you leave, will you tell our viewers about Seven Sky? And
want me to go?
yeah, tell me. So we're in San Manuel, which is what, 3,000 people or so?
It used to be. I don't think it's that many anymore.
Yeah.
Because of all the we were a copper mine here, a big copper mine.
Oh, so that's why this town's here.
Yes.
Okay.
It had they shut it down in '99, and then the town kind of went.
Ah.
But
The
lately
school-
we've been booming here. So.
And the school's still open?
They had 2 elementary schools, and they had a junior high and a high school.
Yep.
Now they just have all the kids at the high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
K through 12 now.
All right. So why is Seven Sky so full? What's going on that?
We have a lot of people that's working here. There's like drillers here.
Uh-huh.
There's people doing fiber optic here. So there is a lot of, I do have a lot of workers right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
Good for you.
All right.
Yeah.
And you own this?
no,
Oh.
I just manage it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking care of us tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the mix-up though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
All right.
It's quite my fault too. So. But hopefully, you guys enjoy your ride. Stay.
Oh, we will.
We will.
Right.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Richard, this is your choice.
All the best stuff.
And all the others are Bud Light and stuff.
Dave. Salute. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. Cheers. There are only 2 food options for restaurants in San Manuel. There's actually a 3rd restaurant, but it was closed. So we elected to have food from Mel's Diner. I rode over on the bikes, placed an order to go, and 30 or 45 minutes later, the food was finally ready. Supper. Cheeseburgers and fries from Mel's.
This is the cuisine of the, what are we at? 7 Trails, or what's this thing called? The hotel? Seven Sky Motel. Talk about a no-tell motel. There's nobody here to tell anything to anyway. But this is gourmet food. You really are better off not being here right now. And particularly tonight, all those jalapenos and burgers.
In review, day 1 was a really fun day. It's a lot of great dirt riding, lots of beautiful scenery. I just really enjoyed day 1 a lot. I am a little worried about tomorrow though, because there's some expert sections on day 2. And I'm not sure I'm up to the challenge of riding an expert section. Guess I'll find out when I get there. In any case, let's have a review of today's route.